What is up, runners? Having a good time with the server slam, hopefully. Well, I know I saw quite a few comments last video that some of you are having issues surviving, you don't know what you should be doing every mission, and you don't know what you should be looting. To that end, today we're taking a deeper look at what your first steps should be in Marathon, and we're going to start with your expectations going into the game. Marathon is truly a brutal experience when you first start. The first AI enemy I fought did enough damage that I burned every heal I had, and he still had like 3 more friends. In PvP, the time to kill is fast. It's not instant like Tarkov, but it is fast enough that if you get shot in the back, you have probably already lost. All this is to say, Bungie did not joke around. You will die often, especially early on and especially in solos. Every time you fight a player, you are rolling the dice, and when you run into 2 to 3 teams each match, the odds grow ever larger out of your favor. I've seen complaints that you survived like 2 out of 8 games, or maybe you did 10 runs and you only survived 3 or 4. I'm going to be totally honest with you, and we're not going to sugarcoat it. In Tarkov, a 40% survival rate is good. 50% is phenomenal for most players, and I think we're pretty close to that here. In solos, I'd say 20 to 30% survival rates should be your expectation. Maybe in trios, it'll be something like 35 to 40% for most, but you need to expect that most games you're going to die in. Now, you can try to rig the odds in your favor, you can try to outplay people, or you can try to bring better gear, but just like gambling, if you play, you will eventually lose. The thing is, this doesn't need to change, and you don't have to do better than that anyways. What you need is a different perspective. This game and this genre is not about surviving every game. Do not think of every match as something to be won. Think about Marathon as a roguelike. You'll have some good runs, you're going to die constantly, but you will always make progress if you focus on making progress. Okay, expectations set, but how do I make progress, I hear you ask? Fair enough, there are 3 main long-term goals you should be focusing on, which are the Codex, money, and more importantly, factions. Factions give you quests, which give you money and rewards. Leveling up a faction's reputation unlocks upgrades, and buying the upgrades gives you more options, better stats, and more quality of life. The vast majority of quests do not care if you die. This means you can rush objectives, constantly re-rolling the dice to be the first person to be there, get it done, and even if you die, you did what you came to do. Slowly, every match, you're going to be unlocking new and better gear, you're going to learn the mechanics of the game, you're going to learn how AI behave, you're going to learn how to navigate the maps, and you're going to be earning drops from quests and ranks. Therefore, you should review the upgrades and pick out one to chase. Wishlist any required materials and start doing your quests. I have a few recommendations that everyone should look into. The Cyber Acme upgrade expansion increases your vault size space. There are 5 levels of this that will give you increasing amounts of vault space until you cap it out at level 5. Informant.exe is a bonus to data cards, which we'll talk about later on in this video. But this increases their value by 50% and then up to double. Highly recommend this. It just costs credits to upgrade. On the right side of Cyber Acme, we have heat upgrades. There is a heat capacity upgrade, as well as a reduced start to recovery time, increased recovery speed, and others. Praxis has a great collection of weapons that you can unlock. We have the Bully in a green version, which comes in gray by default. We have the Scar, the V22 bolt thrower upgrades, the long shot, upgrades to the hardline VR, and upgrades to the M77. Mida has access to almost every grenade and equipment item, so we've got claymores, we've got frags, we've got chem grenades, we've got EMPs, flechettes. All of that is on Mida. Arachne has access to the MIPS shotgun pretty early, as well as increased finisher siphon, which is a pretty good stat to have. And SecGen will have early access to green cores for every runner shell, increased ability energy at the start of the game, and increased ability regen stats. On a match-to-match basis, what should you be doing then? Remember, this is only one step in your session, your day, your week, your season. Always prioritize completing at least one quest objective per match. Do not get bogged down by looting, do not chase gunshots, haul your butt to the quest and get your checkmark. Once you complete this, you've won. Nothing can remove that from you. Now you can allow yourself to pick a secondary goal. Either push another quest, start looting for your wish list, or go PvP. It's all extra to the goal you've already completed. While you're looting your kills or scavenging, be on the lookout for this list of priority items. Number 1, upgrade mats. You need massive amounts of materials for those upgrades and for the borders in the shop. These are a good way to stretch your resources. Second, strong meds. The depleted whites are awful. Actual scams of storage space. Green and blue rarity heals are leaps and bounds better, and they are expensive to buy. One of my main focuses when I PvP is to take all the good meds from players so I can put them in my stash to fuel future runs. 3, you want to focus on high value money items. To do this, make sure you set your filter to show you the value of the item instead of the category of the item. It should be in the bottom left. And I would focus on blue or better valuable items. Greens and whites, yes, they can make you some money, but they're not really worth their space compared to a material. The blue or better items at least sell for about 1.2k on average. While you're going in and playing, pick up and try weapons and gear that you find. Eventually, you're going to learn and have your own list of items that you hate and always avoid, items that you'll fill your bag with, and items that you want when you see them. Once your match ends, don't dictate your success by your survival, judge it on how much progress you made. If you're on a quest that does require survival, don't loot and don't seek out PvP. They're going to distract you from staying alive. If you're really struggling for a quest, just pick a different one to try for a while and take that time to cool down. Sometimes player population spikes doing one quest and it's very PvP heavy, and if you do something else for a little bit, the others will go through, finish that quest, and then be going somewhere else. Finally, let's talk about planning your loadouts and the economy. This is the true entity you're playing against, not players. A decent kit with one med stack and ample ammo would be at least 4,200 credits, half of that just being the meds themselves. Sponsored kits provide well-rounded gear for a fraction of the cost, or totally free. Until you have either ample money or resources, stick to the free kits and items that you pick up mid-match. Sell any equipment that you're not going to use as soon as possible. If you spam these free kits, you will always make money when you live, and when you die, you should still make money off of one item: data cards. Data cards are this game's infinite money cheat code. When you pick up this item, your entire team gets the value of the card added to their stash. Survive or not. They can spawn anywhere, in containers, on counters, in sewer drains. If you need cash, look for these things and make sure you're picking them up. When you feel ready to buy your own loadouts, here are my general rules. Don't buy loadouts that you can't sustain. If you know you survive 20% of your games, plan to have to buy your gear 5 times. If you usually earn 10,000 over those 5 games, your kits should cost less than 2,000. Don't overcommit to one kit. 3 all-green loadouts with meds and grenades will probably beat a loadout with 1 purple weapon and no backpack, and weak meds while also being more affordable. When you survive, try to snowball your kit by filling in the blanks and continuing to use it, as long as you aren't going to be outspending your profits on things like meds and ammo. Eventually, you will have the unlocks and the money for advanced loadouts, but part of the fun is the adventure to unlock these things, and the feeling of achievement when you trade up a kit. Just remember, no matter how good you are or how much you spent, you're gonna lose every item you get. It's not your item as much as it's your turn with the item. If you don't use it before the season deletes it, did you ever really have it? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to know next. I might do a quick video going over the menus and UI elements, because I've seen that come up pretty often. Thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you again very, very soon.